You know, in 2011, I guess, is the year in which those taxes go up. I have a friend from Cleveland who says there's going to be a lot of death and murders and suicides in that year. The question is, Andy, where are we going on taxes? The whole issue about taxing people over 200,000, playing that game of separate the rich and poor. How do you think that plays in? Where do you think the public is on that? And speak specifically to the outcome of something like a death tax.
I don't think the public understands what is happening in the tax world. I think that a lot of people just presume that which they know is what they will have, and what they know are relatively low taxes, and you are able to make business plans based on the current law. You don't realize that the current law says that all of the tax cuts that were passed during the Bush administration expire in 2010, 2011. And so that means if there is no action by Congress, taxes go up. And that's going to have a significantly adverse impact on our economy, and it will have a terrible impact on predictability as you try to manage a business. So I plead with Congress to make those tax cuts permanent so that we can plan our economy, not in a planned economy the way the old Soviets used to do it, but so that you can make business plans with an anticipation of what the cost of doing business will be in terms of tax costs. And I also think credit is terribly important to you. And it's going to be very hard for you to get credit. But if you have to worry about estate planning in the context of a death tax repeal or a death tax reinstatement, it makes a very different decision-making process in terms of your estate planning and how you allocate resources to address the future needs, whether they are needs after death or needs while you're trying to create a business to leave a legacy for the future. So I am worried about the tax realities. I think that it has not been part of the political debate the way it will be in the fall. I don't think the Democratic candidates are talking about taxes with the reality that those tax increases are going to come. And there's also something else that's not part of the debate. A president doesn't get to set tax policy. A president gets to suggest tax policy. But the tax policy has to originate in the Ways and Means Committee in the House. And so the House elections will be terribly important, and the president's ability to guide the result in the House will be terribly important. But I worry if we have a president who gets elected with significant momentum and his or her party is sharing the responsibility of running Congress with overwhelming majorities, that there would be a rush to do stupid things in the first 100 days. And the first 100 days could produce a lot of mistakes that would take years and years to undo. So that's something that I think we should be cautious about when we're thinking about not just who the next president is, but what will our government look like when they take the direction that a president has to offer. I actually kind of like having a deliberative process in the House and the Senate that causes people to have to work really hard to get legislation passed to change some of the things happening in our economy. It's good and it's bad. It's frustrating when it doesn't happen on the good side fast enough, but it sometimes is a blessing when bad things don't happen because we woke up to recognize the consequence of the action.